John, let's go.
All right, Rob Freyer, F-R-E-Y-E-R, Assistant DA.
Tell me what you have.
Yeah, but what made her say?
Okay. Yesterday, we had a suspect in the 221st District Court named Tamara Luthe, who was arrested on a new first-degree felony warrant of fraudulent possession of identifying information over 50, as well as a third-degree felony tampering with evidence. Detectives from the Magnolia Police Department and the Montgomery County Sheriff's Department executed a search warrant back in May at their location where they were living in Magnolia and uncovered a large burn pile of letters, bank receipts, account information, medical records with social security numbers on it, and other things that were used in order to steal people's identity, which they did. They also stole a number of items from people's mailboxes that were usually left farther out on the roadway, away from the house. They would then use that information to get people's identities, to open up credit cards, and then use that to obtain legitimate credit cards with the person's name on it. And oftentimes, a lot of people would, made police reports after they received in the mail credit cards that they never applied for. So they would, people would usually, cancel the cards at that point. But we're encouraging anybody that may not have made a police report, especially in the Magnolia, Tomball, and Montgomery areas, to contact us, to contact Shannon Spencer, who is the lead detective on this case and who's done an outstanding job. And she can be reached at 281-259-6417. We encourage people to not leave their mail to get picked up, mail it at the post office, because these people, they know no bounds when it comes to ripping good people off in this county and in Harris County.
Now, this is not a first time for her. I mean, they're just on a federal charge.
The extent of the investigation is still ongoing, but it's going to lead us past the Montgomery County line into Harris County, Waller County, Grimes County. It's all over the place. I mean, they literally uncovered hundreds of people's identities in this. Joe Henning, who is currently in our jail because he's on federal parole, has been to prison for a similar conduct, which is known as skimming, which is getting people's credit cards, using waiters, bartenders, to obtain people's credit card numbers and then to open up a card, cloning, basically. So it's a terrible problem, and we're fortunate enough to be able to do something about it in this case.
Now, the charges on him, what do you have on him?
The same thing.
Same thing?
Same thing. We filed the same exact charges on both Henning and Luthe yesterday. This is an ongoing investigation. We're not done looking at other people we believed were involved, and we take this extremely seriously.
How many cases would you figure you're looking at right now?
Right now, each of them have 4. But if we wanted to, I could file a tampering with evidence case for every piece of mail that belongs to somebody else that was either they attempted to either burn it, or a lot of items were also located in a trash can at the residence in Magnolia.
Okay. Is there any particular area, or were they just kind of fanning out from the...
All over the place. Mostly places where people had their mailboxes out on the street rather than attached to their house. County roads, in the Montgomery and Magnolia areas.
I mean, these mailboxes nowadays are so easy to get into.
Yes, they are.
Tell me about some of these locking mailboxes they've got available, or even people that realize, they know they have mail every day, and all of a sudden here's a day with no mail.
This case would make me want to never receive a piece of mail at my house ever, just to have a post office box, or to mail things from the post office. I would never leave anything in my mailbox that you don't want somebody else to have, because they can grab it in 2 seconds. I mean, and they don't care.
Because I'm satisfied.